Hi everybody, Moira McDonald here. I mentioned on the Junk Journal Junkies chat room the other day that I'd bought a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile, and without doubt it has the worst instructions I have ever seen in my life. So I thought I would have a quick run over it with you in the hope that I might shed a wee bit of light for some folk. Here's the instructions here. They very thoughtfully give it in 4 languages, one of which is English. They might as well, as far as I'm concerned, not bother, because it doesn't actually tell you how to use it. I mean, it does tell you something about it, but to be fair, you really need to know where you're coming from before you start to see if it's any use. Probably the most significant section is this, albeit that it looks like gobbledygook when you're reading it. So let's have a look at the actual thing itself, if I can get it out the box. Number one, it's actually, I think, fairly heavy. It's clearly quite sturdy. There is a little padlock button here which locks it into this closed position. If you press your button in, I think you press your button in anyway, maybe not. See, it's locked on that side. We're off to a good start, eh? Can't even open the blooming thing. No. If you hold it closed and press your button in, it opens and shuts it. Right, so there we go, we've at least achieved opening it. The next thing that I wasn't aware of is this bit here and that bit there relate to punching of the hole. I didn't know that. What you do is, say we go to this side here, if you look, see when I've opened it, see the size of that there that's going to punch the hole. There's another one there. The crocodile itself punches it gives you the potential to punch 2 different holes into 2 different eyelets. One is 3/16 of an inch, which is the bigger one, that one there. The other one is 1/8 of an inch, which is that one there. Okay? Now, when you're going to punch your bit of paper, you can put, oh, it actually says 1/8 there, I hadn't noticed that. You put your paper in there. Wait a minute, I want to do the 3/16 one because I have only got 3/16 eyelets. Right, so you put your thing in there. You also have the ability to determine how deep into your bit of paper you want to go. So say I wanted to go all the way in this wee bit of paper I'm going to show you here. I would adjust this by pulling it along to the max, put it in like that, punch my hole. I've got a wee hole. The wee bit of paper's still in it, but that doesn't really matter. So like I say, if you adjust that, say I wanted my hole nearer the edge of that card, I have made that a little bit shorter, punch my hole, and I've got my hole there now. Right, just try and overcome the fact that I haven't punched it the whole way through. But that's just me, that's not got anything to do with the machine works alright in that respect. Right, so that's us at least worked out how to punch the hole. Okay, like I say, if it's eyelets, I noticed it's centimetres on that side and inches on that side. So, you know, when you're determining your depth of how far into your paper you want to go. Right, so anyway, we've punched a hole, right? So the next thing we need to do is put the eyelet in. This is where it starts to get reasonably complicated when you read the papers. By the way, the paper doesn't tell you anywhere how to punch the hole. These wee bits here open out, and this moves. It can come out altogether, right? I don't want to take it out altogether because I did a terrible job getting it back in yesterday. I don't think it really needs to come out all together, which is probably why I had so much difficulty getting it out and in. On the top of it, I don't know if my camera is going to be good enough to see it. There should be wee numbers somewhere. Wait a minute to have a look at this again. Hold on, I'll put this wee light on. Right, down the very bottom of this wee silvery coloured one here, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but there's a little number 1. And number 1 relates to, if you go back to this useless piece of paper, this 3/6 of an inch eyelet, and that's what you set it at. So you put that one to face up the way, if that's the size you're doing. Number 4 relates to an 1/8 of an inch eyelet and washer, and that's that one there. There's a little tiny 4 in the bottom there. I don't think my camera is going to be good enough to pick it up. Oh no, it can. There you go. There's the 4. There's the 1 down there. Do you see it? There's a 3, and that relates to an 1/8 of an inch eyelet. There's a 2, and the 2 relates to a 3/6 of an inch eyelet and washer. Okay, so anyway, right, so what I've got is a 3/16 eyelet. So I'm going to put that in to the bottom position and shut this again at the end here, right? The next thing is turn it the other way up and you open this one, and you've got pretty much the same idea, only this relates to setting everything. So you've got, instead of numbers, you've now got, wait a minute, do you see? Oh, there's a wee upside down A there, do you see it? There's a B. Turn it again. There's a C in that one. And a D there. And again, if you look at that, hold on to put the one back in that one. I want A, right, because I haven't done the 3/16. So put my cube back down and shut that thing again. Right, I think that's us. If we go back to this bit of paper, the 1s relate to the bottom thing, I think, and the letters relate to the top thing you've got in your crocodile. Right, so I don't know if I'm making this any clearer for you, or if I'm just really adding insult to injury by confusing folk. Once we've got, we know what we're doing in terms of what size we're going to be using, right? We've punched our hole here. Wait a minute, I'm going to get a better bit of card. I'll use this wee bit of card here. Right, I'm going to go to the 3/16 and punch a hole. Right. There we go, I've punched it right the way through this time, and now we're going to put a wee eyelet in it. Now I've fixed this to put the right size eyelet in it. All I've got to do is get a wee eyelet. Use one of these wee white ones. These came with mine. So you get your wee eyelet. You want your good side sitting there. Right, so I've put it in my wee hole. The next thing I need to do is I need to get this, I found this quite awkward yesterday, I need to get this over it to set it. And I need to do it in such a way that my bit with the pointed down bit is going to go in and flush my thing. And it did. I can't say it's terribly attractive, but at least it's in. So basically what you do is you put your wee eyelet in your hole of your paper, you feed it into your wee thing, which is quite awkward because there's not an awful lot of room to play with. Your pointy bit goes down and mushes your wee eyelet into the hole, and it will get flattened at that side. So that's it basically. And there's your eyelet. Quite nice on that side. Not terribly attractive on that side, but it's in. I could probably go over that again just to make sure it's alright. So you can, sorry, I'm trying to see through the camera here. Make sure your wee bit goes through your whole of your eyelet and squash as much as you can. And that's you. And obviously you could use both hands if you were doing it. I'm using one because I've got a camera sitting between me and it. So there you go. That's the basic gist of it as far as I can see. If I've made it any clearer for anybody, then that's a good thing. If I have made anything any more confusing, I'm really sorry. Give me a shout if there's anything you think I could make a bit clearer, and I can try and fix it by doing this again in some fashion. So, thanks very much for your time. Here's hoping that we get this resolved and we all start to use our crocodiles with a wee bit more pleasure in life. One of the folk I was talking to yesterday was saying, ironically, when you go to put crocodile in your phone, it was coming up crocodilema, and I don't think there's a more apt name for it. Crocodilema, right enough. Considering the amount of money that it cost, it was, I think it was something like $38.99 in terms of pounds, which is, you know, it's not cheap. I would have thought they would have went to the bother of giving you decent instructions, but there you go, they didn't. Right, so anyway, thanks very much for your time. Hope I've helped somebody. If I can clarify anything any further, give me a wee shout and I'll see what I can do. Thanks very much. Bye.